How to add multiple languages to your Shopify store. In this video, we are going to be talking about how your Shopify is going to be accessed with multiple number of languages that you require. Okay, I'm going to be going through the different applications and how you can use Shopify and itself as a language changer. Okay, we're going to be going through all of that in this video, so please do make sure to fully watch this video till the end. Now, to start things off, what you're going to do is you're going to come to shopify.com and you're going to create an account. Now, the account creation process is really simple because Shopify provides you with a free trial to start off with. So here it says, let's get started. Which of these best describes you? I'm going to go ahead and go with I'm just starting. And once we do that, we're going to sell on an online store. Then it says, what do you plan to sell first? Products you buy or make yourself, digital products, dropshipping products, whatever your niche is, you're going to go ahead and choose that. For now, I'm going to skip this step and it brings us here. It says, where will your business actually be located? So I'm going to go with my country. And once we have gone with that, we're going to go to the sign up section. Now it says you can sign up with email, Apple, Facebook, Google, whatever you want. I'm going to go with email. And now I'm simply going to go ahead and add in my email as so. So once we go ahead and add in all the details for ourselves, we're going to click on create Shopify account. And once we click on create Shopify account, it's going to bring us here where it's actually going to start building our store. Now, once your store is built, there's a lot of things that go through when it comes to changing your language and adding multiple languages to your store. So first of all, you can use different add-ons for yourself. Okay, so add-ons are applications or integrations that Shopify personally provides for its store users. Or what you can do is you can just go into Shopify's very own admin settings and change your languages from there. Now, to start things off, I'm going to give you the simple steps or the easier way to, add multiple languages. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to the bottom left where it says settings. And once you have gone to your settings, what you're going to be doing is you're going to go over to locations. Now, once you go to locations, first of all, you're going to make sure to add the locations that you want a language in. Okay. So, add your country, add any other country like New Zealand, Nigeria, Mexico, etc. Whatever you want to add, it's all accessible in here. And once you've added that, you are going to go over to languages. Now, once you go to languages here, you're going to click on add a language. And let's say I want to add Arabic. So I'm going to click on add. And there we go. So obviously our default language is English, but our unpublished language would be Arabic. So if you want to publish it, you can simply come over here and click on publish, and this will become your default language. Moreover, like this, you can add more languages as you go on. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and add Greek, for example. So there you've added Greek, then you can go ahead and add as many languages as you please. It's all doable. And if you want, you can also go ahead and add all of these languages. Okay. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and it gives you a pretty decent range of languages to add. Okay, so we have Persian, Hindi, Urdu, Greek, French, Arabic, etc. Now, once you've added these languages, or whatever amount of languages you want to add, once you've added them, to publish them, what you're going to be doing is you can come to this section, click on publish, and before publishing, do make sure to preview it to check how your store is going to look and if it's actually going to look good or not. So once we come over to Persian, this is basically how our published store is going to look like. And if you want to translate and adapt your actual store, you're going to need this app installed. Okay, so Shopify Translate and Adapt will basically use the multiple languages that you've added in your admin setting, and it will actually change the actual text of your store according to that, which basically means that it will adapt to that text or language. So I'm simply going to wait for my admin to load up correctly. And once our admin loads up, here I'm going to show you how Translate and Adapt will actually work and how it will actually associate with the different things you have. So for Adapt, we have the localized content with Arabic. Okay, so let's say I'm going to go into my products, and you can easily choose the products that you want to auto translate or auto adapt to. So whatever product you choose, you're going to click on auto translate. And once you click on auto translate, it's going to translate your English text or whatever default text you have into Arabic. Okay. And just like this, you can use the translate and adapt application for yourself. And if you want to, auto translate everything in here, just click on auto translate. And as you can see, it's going to simply translate the whole thing. So once the translation is complete, it sends the whole transcript to your email that you signed up with. And once it reaches your email, you can use it simply to, go ahead and confirm all the details in your store according to your second language. It's pretty straightforward, and it's a really easy thing to have for yourself and for your store. Okay, now while this is the default way or the easier way, which is basically using Shopify's very own admin settings, okay, just come to admin settings, go to languages over here and add your very own language. This is the main default way. But if you want to go ahead and use providers, or if you already know a better provider, what you can do is you're going to go over to the app section over here, and you're going to come to app and sales channel setting. And from here, you're going to go over to Shopify App Store. Now, the Shopify App Store is a vast market of integrations that you can use for your store easily. So here, let's say I'm going to go ahead and write language. Okay. Now, once you go ahead and write language, and as you can see, it gives you these tons and tons of different integrations. Now, many of these integrations are very high rated, they're totally free, and they're also built specifically for Shopify. So first of all, we have Transy. Okay, it's an AI language translate which was specifically built for Shopify, and you can translate your store into multiple languages, currency converters, and a whole lot more. Then we have things like Trans Store, Langshop, and a whole lot more. So I'm going to be using 4 of these to show you how they actually work. And I'm going to be giving you a detailed analysis on which one I think is better, because these are the top 4 language changers that Shopify will provide you in, broad daylight. So here, this is Langwill. Okay, now Langwill is a pretty widely used application. It has around 1,204 reviews. And you can see there's a free plan available with a free trial for the upper plans as well. Popular with new businesses making sales, and it's used directly in your Shopify admin. Okay, so let's go ahead and install this and see what it's all about. So once you go ahead into installing, it's going to bring you to your Langwill dashboard where it's going to actually integrate with your Shopify and take you through with the onboarding process. So once this loads up, you're going to come here. We're going to click on install app. Okay. And once we click on install app, it authorizes everything accordingly. So once everything gets authorized, you're going to come back to your Shopify's admin. And once we're over here, we have Langwill Translate. Now in Langwill Translate, we're going to wait for the languages to load us in. And here we are. So once languages are here, you can either continue as free, go with a starter, growth, or premium plan, on which you can get 3 days free. Okay, I'm going to go ahead with the free plan, continue as free. And once we're over here you can see on the free plan, you can translate up to 1 language, and one-time word credit is 5,000. You can only translate up to 5,000 words, which is pretty decent to see how this actually works. All right, so once we're over here in Langwill, we're going to come over to the language tab down here. Now in the language tab, here are the languages that we added by ourselves. Now these aren't unlocked. So I'm going to click on add language, and we can see the different free languages that it provides us. So let's go with Arabic, and I'm going to click on translate. Now once we've added this, we're going to go with auto update translation, which you can obviously get on the upgraded plan. And now I'm simply going to go ahead and publish this. Now, once you have published this, you can actually go ahead and see how your store changes. So if you go ahead and click on preview your store will now give you 2 options. Okay, it'll give you an Arabic option and it will give you an English option up here. Okay, so if I switch over to Arabic, you're going to see that my whole store will now change to Arabic. How incredible is that? So just like this, Langwill will allow you to add different languages and publish your store in the easiest way. You can also manage different translations for yourself. Okay, you can add translations from other pages, and you can add them into synced items like products, collections, pages, blog posts, etc. Set different text styles for yourself as well if you want to, and a whole lot more. Now, Langwill also works as a currency converter for you. Obviously, that's not the niche of this video, but just to keep things in mind, Langwill will also give you features like, currency switching and product switching, etc. Now, moving on, once we've talked about Langwill, let's move over to Transstore. Okay, so Transstore, again, a language translator. Now, this is totally free. Again, another application built specifically for Shopify and pretty popular. Okay, a lot of people use this as well. And the main reason for its usage is because it's totally free. There's no plan, there's no trial, it's just a free application. So once you've done this, it's going to bring you to the onboarding where we're going to click on install. And once you click on install, it's going to load you straight into your Shopify admin. So here we have Transstore Language Translate. So it says, welcome to Transstore. You are on the right track. Keep on going and explore new features. So you can either explore them right now or you can get straight into its working. So I'm going to come over to language. Now, once we come over to language, obviously, as you can see, it detects 3 languages that we've already added: Arabic, Greek, and Persian. So let's say I'm going to publish this language by translating it first. Now, this basically requires you to, add an extension. So without the Chrome extension, you will not be able to translate. So that's the one, differentiation between Transstore and Langwill. Okay. So once you have this Transstore application or extension, we're going to click on add extension. And once we click on add extension, it's going to load us in where it says Transstore has been added to Opera. So once you've added it to your Opera, you're going to come over to Transstore. We're going to open it in. And here it says view your Transstore app. So here's your Transstore app. You can open it up in your Shopify admin. Pretty simple and pretty straightforward. Okay. And once we're over here, you're going to click on translate over here, and look at that. It starts translating. Okay. And you can translate as many options as you want because it's totally free. It doesn't give you a withheld plan or anything like that. Okay. So as you can see, slowly it starts translating these things. And once they're translated, you can actually go ahead and publish it. So as you can see, I've published the Greek language in my store. Same goes with Arabic. As you can see, I've published Arabic as well. And I'm simply going to publish Persian as well. So that Persian language is also available in my store. There we go. So now, once these languages are imported and good to go, what you can do from there is you can go to view your online store to see if the languages are actually imported. And if we click on this, look at that. So now we have Arabic, Greek, and Persian. Okay. So you can switch between these languages accordingly if you want to. Okay, and you can get the different, knowledgeable things in it, etc. Now, one downside to free products is that it doesn't fully translate everything. So you might have to go ahead into its management, okay, and manage the different translations that it has provided you, okay? But apart from all of that, it does generally work pretty well because it does give your store a proper, language lookout. Okay, and look at that. Just like that, you can manage translations and make your translation with your language a whole lot better. Now, once we've talked about this, let's go ahead and talk about one or two final applications. Now, this is called Langshop. So Langshop, another AI language translate program, which gives you a free plan and more plans with free trials. Now, this is, again, specifically built for Shopify. And it's an incredible application with a lot of users out there. Okay. And the best part about this application, Langshop, is that it actually gives you a lot of features more than the others, in my opinion. And it's pretty widely used across the Shopify stores, mainly in the United Kingdom and United States. And the reason for this is because Langshop, mainly gives you languages that are European. And across the European Bay, it gives you a pretty good insight of the different multiple languages. So we have 3 basic plans: the basic, standard, and advanced. Okay. Now they're pretty hefty plans per year, but you can also go with a free plan if you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the free plan over here. And once we have gone with the free plan, we're simply going to wait for Langshop to load our free plan in. Okay. So once we've loaded this in, it's going to give you a whole setup guide on how you're going to add languages, etc. So I'm going to click on add language. Now, we already have these languages, so I'm going to add another one. Okay. Now, if you want to add more languages, you will need to upgrade. but just to keep it well, I'm going to go ahead and choose Arabic. I'm going to click on publish. And once you click on publish, that basically translates your online store. You can also integrate different switches, which basically integrates your theme with your application. Okay. So do make sure to go ahead and open your theme settings and make sure that the theme you choose goes well and it is switched on, because without the switch on, you will not be able to use the application in your store. Okay, without it, it will not be integrated properly. So you do want to make sure to keep this on for yourself. So here we are, and you can simply switch it on like this. And once it's switched on, you can simply come back. Okay, make sure to save your store. And once we've saved, you can come back to your applications and start translating. So again, another pretty cool app called Langshop. Now we're going to work into the application that we're all probably waiting for, and that's called Transy. Now Transy is the highest used language application with around 5 to 6,000 reviews and even more users. Okay. And again, free plan available with a free trial, and it's specifically built for Shopify users. So I'm going to go ahead and click on install. And once we click on install, it brings us to our basic onboarding again, where it's going to ask you the grant for the install. So we're simply going to grant it the install. And once we've granted it the install, what happens is we're going to go ahead and click on install app. Once you click on install application, here the admin loads us up pretty straightforward and pretty simply. So once Transy loads our main admin up, as you can see, the main loading procedure goes in. Welcome to Transy. And now it gives you the main steps on what to do next. So you can add a language, add a currency, set up a switcher, get a preview, etc. So once you've done all of that, you can go ahead with I've done this. And it's going to give you things like adding currency, etc. You're going to want to make sure to add these formatting. So you're going to go to your settings, store currency, and change formatting. So you're going to copy with currency with the formatting. So I'm going to copy that. You're going to go over to your store currency section and change your formatting as it is. Okay. So once this loads in, you're going to go to store currency. Okay. And once you go to your store currency, add in your formatting sections pretty simply. Okay, your store currency should generally appear over here in your store defaults. So you can go ahead and set any currency you want. You can change your formatting from here. So HTML with currency, you're going to add this. And HTML without currency, you're going to go ahead and add this. So once you've added these things, you're going to click on save. And once we click on save, come back to Transy. You're going to click on I have done this. And once you do that, you're going to set up your switcher as well. So once you come to set up switcher, basically this will take you to your theme settings again. And once you go over to your theme settings, you're going to make sure to switch the application on. Okay. And once you switch the application on, that basically enables Transy to turn on for yourself. So once the switcher is on, go ahead and click on save. And once you go ahead and click on save, this will basically see that you've applied everything on, and here we are. So we have the three basic plans: the economy, the growth, and the enterprise popular plan that you can go ahead with, but you can also start with the free plan if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and keep the free plan, and once you do that, what's going to happen is that Transy is going to load all these things immediately for you. Now, the best part about using Transy is the wide range of specimens that it provides you. Okay, it does give you a whole lot of different items and things that you can go ahead with. So, first of all, you have localization. So, localization is basically migrating languages. Okay, you can either edit translation modes or you can go into non-editable translation modes. So, I'm going to go ahead. And here it says, if you want to go ahead and migrate different things, you can go ahead and delete the different languages for yourselves. So let's say I'm going to go over here and you're easily going to go ahead and delete them. So I'm going to switch Arabic to Transy. And once you switch Arabic to Transy, you can easily use Transy as your Arabic translator. you can go into translation over here. And once you go into translation, you're gonna easily use your translate and edit with the upgraded plans and translate all the texts you want. So those are the easy and simple steps on how you're going to add multiple languages to your Shopify in the easiest and most simplest way. And, pretty much if you want to ask anything related to this, do let me know down in the comments below because I will be ready to give you a whole, idea and repertoire of whatever your confusions are. Now, this is basically the idea of adding multiple languages to your Shopify store in 2024. Thank you for watching this video all the way till the end, and I'll be seeing all of you in the very next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.